Hey, what's up, everybody? Gene Fetty with the Automotive Appearance Institute back at you with another episode of our All Access podcast. Today, we're talking Tool Haul from MTE 2025. It was a great show. Dylan, what did you think of the show?
Oh, I love MTE is so cool every year. It's always really cool to walk around the show and to see everything and to meet people. I've never met Stuckey Tools, Carl Stuckey.
Oh, you never met Carl before?
No.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't there last year.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it was really cool to meet him. It was cool to see Igor because I rarely ever get to see Igor.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really cool to see a bunch of people.
Great. It was a busy show. Friday, when you were there, it was like all you could do to walk around a little bit.
Oh, there were so many people. So many people.
Yeah. It was, the one stat I heard was there was a 3-hour window of people coming in that surpassed last year's show. Like that many people through the door, which is pretty awesome. I mean, it's great that the show is building that big. That has to be more than 6,000 people at the show because I think they were flirting with 6 last year. So, it has to be that big, which is pretty great.
Fantastic for them.
The detailers always show up in force.
Oh,
right?
I wasn't there Saturday. How was the competition?
I didn't get to see the competition. I think they may have been doing that outside, actually, in the parking garage. But they had a winner.
Hey.
Yes. Yeah. I can't remember his name.
I can look it up.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. We're not really a detail podcast.
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk details, and then we can talk details. But so far, it's been PDR and glue pull and collision. Great show. Speaking of winners, our buddy Jean from the last show took second place in the tag team with Bryce Kelly and locked up his 10th career victory, first place in dent competition. Not 10 first place at the Olympics, but his 10th first place in dent competitions, which is pretty amazing. Nobody, I don't think, is even close to that level. So that's pretty cool.
That's insane. I'm shocked. I think you saw my face, but John and Bryce Kelly got second.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Yep. They've had first plenty of times. They just got edged out.
Hey, it happens.
It happens. They're still human.
Yeah, we all listen. And sometimes you need to be humbled a little bit to get back and be stronger.
Listen, those guys are about as humble as it gets. It is really they're such cool, calm, collected, humble guys. And then they're just badasses when it comes to working on metal.
That's way cool.
But it's cool. And listen, second place is still strong. The competition that's there is unbelievable, really.
Do you know how many people entered?
What would it have been? 4 and 4 is 8. Maybe 16-ish teams in the tag team. And I don't know how many were in the regular Dent Olympics.
That was going on all...
So, yeah, it goes on the whole show. So I'm one of the judges. So I intentionally do not watch any of the competition. I don't want there to be any. So it's all blind. It's all done by numbers. So you don't know who is where. But I make it intentional to not watch the competition. I don't want to give anybody any advantage.
Right.
So, not that I don't think there's any way to game the system anyways because there's so many judges and it's an average. But that's one of the things I do is I do not look at any of the competition until I'm there to judge the dents. So it's all good.
There you go. He's a fair guy. He's a fair guy.
That's how we roll. So the show was cool. Got to see some really great people. The education classes were well attended. I heard nothing but great feedback, really across the board. And certainly on our classes, it's always great to hear people come up and say what they learned and how well they did. The Shop Owners Roundtable was another huge success. I think we are mid-edit, or Dylan, how are we coming out on those, or will they be up by the time this goes live?
At least 2 of them should be up.
Okay.
I think Shop Owner Roundtable should be done by then. I just haven't tackled it yet.
Okay. Perfect. So that'll be on the website on autoappearanceinstitute.com, and then is it learn or store?
/store.
/store, STORE, is where you'll go. And those replays are totally free, 100% free. And if you signed up on the email list, when they go out, you will get emails that they're live, and you can just sign up for free. Yes.
And if you are checking out, make sure you hit the opt-in for email marketing whatever.
Oh, yeah, so we can give you updates and everything like that.
We won't spam you guys. I promise. It's just...
Well, Dylan might spam you. But
Maybe.
That's just, yeah, but not a lot, just a little.
No, just a joke every day.
It'd be like a side of spam, not really like, it's not a main meal of oh, it's a different kind of spam.
That was good.
Gotcha. Yeah,
that was
see?
good. That was some good
I'm
wordplay.
sharp.
There you go.
Yeah, so if you can hear it in my voice, I didn't just bring back tools from MTE. Came back with a little head cold or something. So like the MTE flu. Really, we call it a trade show flu. It happens all the time. Anytime you're stuck in a room with thousands of people from all over the world, you're going to run into some stuff that your body hasn't seen before. So don't feel bad, but my chest was pretty heavy all week, and then it decided to move into my head like yesterday. So fun times. Times. Not my favorite thing I brought back from MTE.
Well, that's good. You have a favorite.
Yeah, I do.
What is your favorite? Or do you not want to leave with
not
that?
my head cold yet. You're gonna have to wait and see.
Ooh, he's gonna make you guys.
But no,
wait.
I do have. From what I've used so far, I definitely have a favorite that it's pretty slick.
I'm excited.
It's here on the table. If you're watching the video, you could guess, or you could just wait until the end, or when I get to it. It might not be the end. It might be first. You don't know. Stay tuned.
Ba, ba, ba.
Speaking of Jean earlier and winning, if you caught the last episode that was live from MTE, we announced that we are doing our Level Up advanced training here in this building at the end of March 24th through 28th, I believe is 5 days, Monday through Friday. It is not open for registration yet. However, it is limited to a maximum of 10 seats. First come, first served. AutoAppearanceInstitute.com/level up will get you on the form, and that is going to be the first place that any notifications go out when we're live. And it is Friday I don't know why I have this watch. I can't see the date on it.
Friday, February 7th.
Friday, February 7th. Jean will actually be in town. He's supposed to get into town here in Pittsburgh tomorrow night. Ooh. So over the next week, we will be dropping some recordings, some media. Excuse me. That's that MTE thing coming back up. Makes it hard to talk.
It's okay.
Anyways, Jean will be in. So you guys will be listening to this potentially on Monday. Keep an eye out through the week. We're going to start dropping information, and that class registration will be open by the end of the week. So pay attention, get on the list, get signed up. I promise you don't want to miss out on that. Dadgummit. Without further ado, and before I lose my voice, let's jump into some of my tool haul from MTE 2025. Now, special mention, maybe 2 episodes ago, we were on with Keith from PDR College, Black Plague PDR. His new Robo feet, I thought they were going to be Robo legs, but they're calling them Robo feet. Anyways, the little inserts for the Robos that we talked about with Keith on that show. I've got some stuff on our Instagram. In fact, I just dropped a video on our Facebook today. I added the feet, the adjustable little feet inserts to my K-beam. I was pulling on a van roof rail this morning. Could not get the feet to line up nice. It was a weird 45 to 90 body line. And I put those feet on, and with that adjustment, I was able to lock on. That is a cool little tool, but it's not an MTE haul. So it's not here on the table. But anyways, nonetheless, check those out. And Kiko is carrying them now as well. You were going to say something, Dylan?
Oh, honorable mention.
Honorable mention. That's it. Speaking of Kiko, let's just stay in the Kiko line. So I added to my Kiko hammer collection we'll call it XL, the longest version. But because it's part of a system, I made a little change. Danny Hacker, thanks for coaching me through what to do here. So I had the little, I call it the Kiko Craftsman, right? Their rendition of the ever famous Craftsman hammer, which came with this aluminum head. The aluminum head is great. I love it. A little light on here. I like a little bit more oomph. Well, I was looking at the XL hammer. I bought the XL hammer with I believe it's the stainless head, which is a lot heavier. And then when I came back to the shop, I just took my aluminum head off of my original Craftsman, transferred it over to the XL. Now I have a nice light, long reach and an increased heavy impact on my little Craftsman. Again, it's all part of the system, the hammer system. So now I have small, medium, and large, the pivot tip head, the stainless head, and the aluminum head. I don't know if there's any more heads I need to buy for these, but we'll check it out. But anyways, cool ad. And these hammers they're really great. And that mid-size with the pivot tip heads, probably my favorite hammer of the year. Not my favorite MTE grab, but my favorite hammer of the year. That thing has been just a go-to, even working with Mac and training with him. We were working on a car the other day and I was sort of starting Sally Sells Seashores. I messed it up. Anyways, you know who I'm talking about, that Sally girl who sells those seashells down at the seashore. We were working on a car, and I wanted to show him where those where those pivot tips really work well for knocking down your medium-sized crowns. And he was like, man, that's awesome. He even picked one of those hammers up at the show. Not that he's ready for it yet, but he thought it was cool, and he scooped it up. So pretty awesome. So that was my grab from Kiko. From Anson, I didn't grab this here, but I did sell some. And actually, I did pick some up from Anson to give away to some people, to some tests and some gifts. The Stinger paddle. That's my design. Not my favorite. I'm not even going to play favorites. I've been using it long enough that it's not my favorite from the show. That wouldn't be fair at all. Anyways, the Stinger paddle, available at AnsonPDR.com. My design, their execution. Super hard. It's 3 ounces. It allows you to strike faster, which makes a harder hit instead of slower, with a heavy head that makes a big pounding impact. Anyways, check them out. It is awesome. I am impatiently waiting. I think we have 3 more weeks to go. Hudson said there's no way this is going to last more than a month. I'm going to beat it up and I'm going to destroy it. So he sent one home with Hudson, and he's using it every day, and he is supposed to report back at the end of the month with a review. I really think we're going to prove him wrong. I have been beating on this particular one for months, and the one before that for months, and they're holding up well, really, really well. So Hudson, I can't wait to hear your feedback on this, and maybe you should take the free class that comes with this when you buy it. Yes, Dylan.
Free class is out now on.
Oh, there you go.
AutoAppearanceInstitute.com/Stinger.
If you have the Stinger, or if you're thinking about the Stinger, head over to AutoAppearanceInstitute.com/Stinger, and you can get into the free class that comes with this, or will help you understand why this is so great before you buy it. And the tool is available at AnsonPDR.com. So really a great tool. While we're at Anson, and I have been impatiently awaiting this tool since the Texas Auto Body Show in June or July. I don't remember when it was. Sometime this summer, I saw a prototype of this light, and Christina's like, oh, we're going to have it before PDR Expo. And they didn't. And then she was like, well, we're going to have it maybe for Japan. And they did, and then they took it over there, and they sold out. Oh. So I couldn't even get one. And then finally they got them back in stock. So it is the new pocket light from Eliminent, similar to the Pro PDR. Man, this thing, the build quality is just, you can tell that this is a top quality manufactured piece. So we've got dual colors, warm and cool, or warm and cool together. Great for looking down into the dent. It's got a dimmer, right? So you can dim. I don't know what that'll do on camera. So you can dim it down. You can brighten it way up. Super bright. Great tool. Also, a little built-in flashlight.
Whoa.
In case you're doing R&I or something, you need to look down into a light. Magnetic for your steel panels. And It has a suction cup that magnets onto the back of the here to mount it to aluminum panels. Use that today, actually, on an aluminum door to be able to see quick release. And it also has a 1/4 thread on the back if you want to thread it onto like a little tripod or something, if that were the case. Great for deep dents. Great for, I mean, even if you need to see inside of a car and it's a little dark and your eyes are getting old like mine, a little extra light for doing some R&I.
That's really well built.
It is
for
really
such a small portable light.
In the old lights, the Pro PDR ones, you only got one color. So if you wanted both colors, you had to buy 2 lights. Now, you buy 1 light. This thing is.
That's really nice.
This thing is really awesome.
Do you know how much they run?
I think these are $225 or $250. Which is, I mean, the old lights, I think were $125 a piece. So you had to buy 2 of those.
Right.
And the build quality is not even close. So hats off to James and Christina for getting this thing out and get it to market. And I'm so glad I got to scoop one out. It's, yeah, this thing is, if it wasn't for this other tool, this would have been my favorite at the show. But this is killer, yes.
Does it actually fit in your pocket?
It would fit in your pocket, yeah. It's really not much bigger than like a
phone
phablet. You know, if you had a phone tablet like the Big XL.
The phablet. I've never heard that
Dude, that's
before.
like from iCarly. Come on.
What?
You're old enough for iCarly.
Oh, I loved iCarly.
This would definitely fit in your pocket. Also for estimating, like run out real quick. You can take a look and see what the damage looks like. So the new little pocket light from Illumident and Anson, I suppose. Pretty awesome. So let's jump over now let's talk about our buddies at Cam Auto.
Charles.
So it's always good to see Charlie, and Steve Dyke is now with them. I don't know if it's full-time or not, but he's with them. I saw a video today talking about these tabs that I picked up from Cam Auto. So new crease-ish style tabs, but these are actually pretty cool. So there's a gray and a black, and Steve with Cam Auto just had a video up today while we're recording this, working on a rail. Most of your tabs are rigid. These have a good bit of flex, like no problem conforming to a rail. And then these black ones, which is more flexible, I mean, it is like unreal how that will go around. That will allow you to conform right to that hard curve, or right to go the other way and get down into a deep dent next to the body line. Get a whole bag of these. It looks like maybe from 1 inch up to 3 inches. I've not got to use them yet, but really cool tabs. And the feedback that Steve gave me on them is like, I mean, these are awesome. Wait till you get to pull with them. So super, super cool.
It looks like online they're called the Universal Crease Tabs.
The Universal Crease Tabs. There it is. Anyways, it's super flexible for conforming to the panel because there is so much of the car that's not straight. Speaking of creases and staying on that line, in one of the talks I was preaching about how well Charlie's Smart Lifter and these special crease tabs pull, like how sharp of a tight line crease they will pull. So I went over, I said, hey, Charlie, I was talking about this in the class. I want to make sure you have they're like an extended height, and the feet from the lifter actually come in and pin the metal down. It pulls sharper than anything else I've seen pull anywhere. Like, it's incredible what they can do. Well, he goes, yeah, I do still have them. And we even did another design, and I don't know if that'll even show up on camera. Instead of flat, he's made a convex face, so curved outward face, which will get down deeper into a crease and in turn pull a sharper crease out. So, like, hats off to you, Charlie, for leveling up the crease glue pulling game. Can't wait to get I don't really want a sharp, tight crease, but can't wait for the opportunity to get a sharp, tight crease that needs glue pulled to put that Smart Lifter in these new convex crease tab faces to use. So pretty slick. And then he handed me this tab, and he goes, what's this for? And for you audio people, it is like a blunt piece of pizza.
Accurate.
right? Like the shape is a blunt piece of pizza.
Like you just took a bite of,
yeah,
like
one
bite.
You just bit the end off.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. About 4 inches long. And at the back side, maybe 2 inches at the back down to 1 inch. Again, for the audio people. For the video people, like it's the tab that I'm holding in my hand that's shaped like a piece of pizza that you took a bite out of. And I was scratching my head, and I'm like, I don't know, Charlie, you got me stumped. And he's always thinking outside of the box. He loves to invent and create. This is made for taillight pockets. So many taillight pockets come to a point, and when you get a hit back there, right, you're trying to work strongest to weakest. That is definitely your strongest point. So we made this tab to slide right up into that taillight pocket and bond right to that edge. And that's like the shape you're in. Or even if you were a little bit broader, you could flip it around and come into a broad one. And in that kit comes a really heavy duty, call it rectangle tab. I'm picturing this more down lower below the quarter panel edge when you take the bumper off. But again, an incredibly rigid, strong, in true Cam Auto fashion, like heavy pull kind of tab. So pretty cool stuff from our buddies over at Cam Auto. Can't wait to put those to use. I really love doing large glue pulling and pull to paint. Yeah, Dylan?
Do you know if that one's available online?
That's a good question. If it is, I would go to CamAutoPro.com and check it out. And he does not put names on his tags. Charlie, name your tabs.
Please.
Put a sticker on the bag so we can send people to the right place. Anyways, reach out to Charles, Ayun, or message their page, or reach out to Steve Dyke. Any of them can help you for sure. Let's wrap up glue pull, and then we'll move into some other tools. So we went over, and we'll have a full demo of these with Keith from Black Plague. We talked about them on the last show. I have them in my possession now. It is his new ends or new arms for Porta Power. Pretty cool how they work. They do have a curve, right? He was talking about the curve. And then when you watch the pressure load up, it just curls up away from the panel. Incredibly strong. His screw drive Porta Power tool that we talked about on the show came in wrong. He had to make a change. So they were not available. Dang it. I really wanted those. At least to check it out. Anyways, we've got these new ends. Full interview demo will be coming up.
I guess it'll be the same week we drop this. So the week of Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Is that the week of Valentine's Day? No.
Yeah, Valentine's Day is next Friday.
Dadgummit.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, I will be back. I have to go shopping for my wife. Sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
I gotta go order flowers.
Yeah. Anyways, these new ends are pretty awesome. Aluminum, they're not as heavy as they look. I thought they were going to be a lot heavier. That's cool. They do have a screw to lock on. I'm going to be trying some more tension with Porta Power, right? Because of this makes me feel a little bit better about that. I did scoop up another one of these edge tabs because typically when I'm pulling big hits down low on the quarter panel, you're going to need more than one. And we talked about it 2 episodes ago. But these, man, this bites on hard and grabs. I was sliding a little Hyundai across the floor with one. 2 should cause a little bit of danger. So excited for the new edge tabs. And I have seen these. I've not had them before. But after the demo, and if we're going to start playing around with some Porta Power, Dylan, how would you describe this strap?
Perhaps a big freaking green strap.
It is a big freaking strap. It's huge. So a la Bryce Kelly, I got the big freaking straps, big freaking green straps.
I love that name, by the way, Keith.
And it's like all of these straps are affordable. Like they're not crazy expensive. But we were pulling with these with the Porta Power, I think. These little green one would have one of these. Anyways, massive surface area for pulls, right, to get things going. Big freaking straps, blackplaguepdr.com. can't wait to get into some big, gnarly damage with those.
Oh, 2 straps, $42.76.
Yeah, right. That's really affordable for the kind of damage we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen a tool so cheap in this industry.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But he's like, they're straps. How much can you charge?
Right.
So I've got 2 more glue pull things to talk about that I couldn't see because my mic was in the way. And the other one is in the top little section of my bag. It's the orange tabs from Jonathan. Dylan, if you don't mind grabbing those. But while she's grabbing those, the new, the little section. No, little section. Up high, like a little pocket in the front. Yeah, in there. It should be orange tabs, I think. Yes, perfect. So these are the new in Kiko Original Blue Dent Reaper Hex tabs. Yes, that is those. Perfect. Thank you. These, I'm really excited to get into some pulls with these. I need a hail car. Anybody need a hail car done? Bring them to Dent Repair now at 2603 Washington. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I'm excited to give these a run. Understanding tab materials and design, this is going to be an incredible combo. So taking the original Dent Reaper Hex design and making it out of the original Kiko Blue material is going to allow that to really stretch in and focus that pull to the shaft. These are going to be little snipers of tabs. Super excited to put those to use. They're going to be awesome. Speaking of tabs, we will wrap glue pull up with this. These are the new design from JVF Tools. That's our buddy Jonathan out of Belgium. And I didn't bring a slide hammer or anything back with me. Anyways, he's coming out with a new line of tabs, and he is making an innovation in the head, right? We've had innovation in the face. We've had innovation in the shaft. We have not really seen innovation in the head. These have almost like a plastic spring to them. They will fit your standard slide hammer head or lifter head. And when you slide it in, the little springy arms just hold the tab in place. So no more pulling and your tab goes shooting off and flying across the floor, right? Jonathan, hats off. Pretty slick stuff. I will definitely be doing some pulls with these. These are the slightly larger collision small tabs. Man, this MTE is the gift that just keeps on giving. Anyways, pretty cool. Pretty excited to put these to use. Another one, I didn't get one of these, but Bryce Kelly did. He is designed like maybe the most badass glue gun that Glue Pull Repair has ever seen. Bryce dropped a video the other day showing it, and I think Jonathan showed a video. I think it holds 5 sticks at a time. It's almost limitless glue. Like, you are not going to run out of glue with this thing. It is more of a true commercial production gun, like they would use at a factory where they're building something. We talked about it. Go check out those videos. That's going to be an awesome, awesome tool. Sorry about my voice. So we got that, we got that, we got this, we got that, those, these, that, and the other. This. Shout out Hudson for, I didn't even realize these were out or available. But Hudson grabbed me and he's like, dude, have you seen the micro magnetic hub system from A1 or from Dent Slayer over at the A1 booth? And I'm like, dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. He's like, you got to check it out. So it is this kit. So it's a 3-piece kit. I don't know if it was special show pricing or if it's the standard price. I think it was $259 is what these ran. But it's a 3-piece upper door kit. Small diameter, maybe like 5/16. I guess it could be 3/8, but I feel like more like it's 5/16. 3 tools for working in the upper part of the door. These two, I've not had a chance to use this hook yet, but these two, great drive like you would expect from A1 tools. Being that smaller diameter, fits down into the door super easy. And this handle, Excuse me. This handle is just genius. Awesome. It's got X grip on it, so we can, it's comfortable. It's got a thumb pad or a finger rest, so when you're pushing, you're not, it seems simple, but it's like a little ergonomic move. Instead of being like this, it gives your thumb somewhere to go or your finger somewhere to go. So you can get a little bit increased leverage. Magnet slides right on. We'll do a little ASMR for you. You hear that click?
That was clean.
You hear that click? Here we go, one more time. And it is a pretty good bite. Like, you're not going to just pull that off. And it has, sort of similar to the end game, it sort of gives you that move. There's a button on top. When you push the button, it takes the spine out of the hub. And now we can move all the way around without taking anything. We're not taking the handle off. And then you just push the button and pull, and it'll come right apart. These, excuse me, these are freaking amazing. This is an awesome tool. This is my favorite haul from MTE. Like,
That's cool.
Or my favorite tool from MTE. This little set, I've already done a few dents with them today, and man, just killer. Actually, I think I used this one both times today. Right, a Super Duty door right at the edge. I was able to pull the handle plug out and sneak right down. It's got like a nice little double kick. Worked all the way back to the edge, and then I just, right before we started to record, had a brand new Corsair. Slid right in. You're not stretched out. Super comfortable. These are freaking cool. Like, totally digging it.
What did you think of that slide hammer that everyone was raving
We're going to
about?
talk about the slide hammer in
Okay.
a second. The Sergio,
Yeah.
the bull kick. We're going to talk about that because I've heard good things, but I didn't get to see it at the show. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Last tool that I brought home before I choked to death.
Sorry, I was.
And I apologize for the notifications from my phone. Siri thinks they're important messages. It's really just my daughter landed on a flight and my wife said something else. Anyways, she's talking about dinner on Sunday. Anyways, the last tool to talk about on the tool haul are these new Sundial Tools sunroof holder tool thingamajiggers. Full interview coming out with that as well. We shot an interview with Mark Reed at his booth. These, when you're dropping a sunroof in a car, we've always used like rope ratchet straps, crisscrossed them, and then it's a little ugly, and then the whole thing's sort of sketchy and moving around. This is a set of 4, male or female. So if you've got bolts, you can take the bolt. If you've got pins, this pin or this coupling slides up there. He's got the end welded, so you can't twist this in and make a high spot in the roof. Thumb screws to slowly bring it down and walk it in place. And then it can just hang there and hold. This is like sort of similar to those Robo feet legs that Keith made. Same idea here. Like, man, that's so simple. Why didn't somebody else think? Why did it take until 2025 for somebody to come out with this? I think regular retail on these is $150. He may still be doing an introductory price at $100. But sundialtool.com, awesome, genius little design. Probably my favorite little innovation pickup there. Now, back to Sergio's. Excuse me, my goodness. Back to Sergio. So when I did my Glue Pull 101 class on Wednesday, at the end of the show, and we sort of touched on and talked about some cold glue. And I'd heard of Sergio, and I guess if I had to pick him out of a lineup, I could. But when you're talking to an audience, I don't necessarily get eye contact with every person there. And I'm sort of wrapping up. And Sergio, at the end, he's got his hand up. And I'm like, sir, you have a question? He goes, I am Sergio. And I'm like, the Sergio, the cold glue Sergio, the Cola Fria guy who brought cold glue to PDR Sergio? And he's like, yeah, that is me. It was pretty cool.
I'll insert the clip.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. So we have a clip of him saying that. So he has come out with, I believe it is 3 new cold glues. that are supposed to leave less residue on the car because his cold glues last year or 2 years ago, freaking awesome, but a little bit difficult to clean off of the car. He went back to the drawing board or whatever, the science board or whatever, however he works his magic, and reinvented the cold glue, redesigned it. 3, maybe 5 different glues, but I want to say 3 for sure. I wanted to check those out, and after the talk, his buddy brought it in, his new, I think they call it the Bull Kick slide hammer. Right, we've got the automatic return hammers, which are great. It saves time. I use the Cold Snap, which is not an automatic return, but it's super light. The Bull Kick, man, the Bull Kick is actually a spring-loaded slide hammer, where instead of grabbing and pulling to release, you grab it and squish it down to compress the spring, and then just let go of like your top 2 fingers, and the spring fires up and hits it and makes that pull. It's hard and snappy. I've seen videos already of a couple of guys doing that, and man, it looks awesome. And there's no shoulder pain. There's no shoulder shock involved in making that happen. So Friday was crazy busy at the show, like ridiculously busy.
Crazy.
We tried to go over while you were still there to see him and maybe shoot some video and get a little demo.
Oh, he was in that corner.
In the back in the corner.
Yes.
And they were crazy jammed up. So Saturday, you weren't there, Dylan, but it was a little less hectic. And I had Mac there to run camera with me. And it was the afternoon before I got freed up. And I had like other people I wanted to see that I didn't even get to see on Friday.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, we got to go to Sergio. And actually, Cam Otto was that day too. We got to go over, and his booth is gone. And I mean, like,
what?
Everything's gone. The whole little corner is barren, like nothing there. I'm like, well, they must have sold out, like, or something. I come to find out they didn't sell out. So the story I heard, this could be hearsay. I can't say anything set in stone. And then, were the barricades up when we came in on Friday, and like we couldn't drive back to the parking garage? Did you ride over with me, back in the parking lot?
I don't remember any
Anyways,
barricades.
On Saturday when we went to roll in, they were staging for a new show. They were having a farming show come in. So they were like huge tractors, like monster farm stuff.
Wow.
Well, they blocked off the back parking lot where you would go into the parking garage. So you couldn't get in.
Oh, no.
You had to park farther away and walk. Well, they were just little plasticade barricades. Like, it's not like they're concrete. The story I heard is one of his guys moved a couple of barricades out of the way so they could drive up and get where they wanted to go, and ran into a security guard. Now, the assumption is because of the language barrier, they couldn't communicate very well. And possibly there was a power trip from a security guard, because that can happen. Anyways, I heard that his guy got into it with a security guard. It escalated for whatever reason, and he kicked the whole crew out. He banned them all from the property, which is their right. Like, you can't say that they're wrong. Like, if you're moving barricades.
No, and I just feel bad because if there was a language barrier, like,
Right.
I'm sure that really didn't.
I'm sure it didn't help. But so that's the story I got. It's sort of a bummer, but like, you were wrong. If you, I thought about doing it. But I was like,
but you didn't.
But I didn't. But I was like, why would they do this? And the directions weren't clear. It wasn't like, and I'm a native English speaker. Like, it wasn't like, hey, you know what? Turn around and go around the other way, and you can get to where you want to be. So, whatever the confusion was, they got kicked out of the show. They got kicked off of property.
Like forever?
For that. Well, who knows? I mean, we're not going back to the Gaylord, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Isn't
really
it going?
Matters.
You guys like the next year's location
Yeah,
better.
the Rosen.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. So that's what happened to Sergio. So, Sergio, I doubt you'll listen to my podcast, but if you do, sorry we missed you. I tried, and you were too busy, and then I tried again, and you were gone. But I'm hearing great things about that Bull Kick slide hammer and the new glues, and I will be picking one up pretty soon. So that was our haul from MTE. I had a great time. It's always a great show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome. Got to see friends that you only get to see once a year. That's what's so cool about the show is like the people is probably the best part. They did announce, I want to say, let me look at my calendar real quick. September, yes. The PDR Expo, our next live event, will be September 19th and 20th at the Plaza in Las Vegas. We're going to also talk to Christina and Craig at Anson. The open house will be May 3rd for another May the 4th Be With You weekend.
Hey.
Anyways, so those are two events that are coming up. Great haul, and I've seen a lot of people coming back and doing haul videos and everything. Like, it was a good year. I know it was good for the tool companies, good for the techs. It's great. Don't forget, if you're thinking about any kind of advanced training, if you are ready to level up your game, our advanced training with myself and John, 5 intense days of learning, March 24th through 28th, right here in Pittsburgh. We're limiting it to 10 seats. It's a completely hands-on course. We talked about it a bit in the last show. We will be talking about it more this week. To get on the list for when we open it up, to get all the details, autoappearanceinstitute.com/level up. We'll get you there. Of course, you can check out all of our courses online. We have started the PDR Success Academy. If you are new to PDR, if you are thinking about getting into PDR, if you are struggling in your early journey for PDR, the Success Academy was built to help you succeed. It's the stuff that I wish was available when I was a brand new tech that just wasn't out there. And sadly, until this, isn't available anywhere else today. So check that out. PDRSA, I think, is so autoappearanceinstitute.com/PDRSA. Trying not to lose my voice.
And check out the All Access subscription too.
Oh, that's right. We did open up at MTE. We had a lot going on.
We have the knockdown class, intro to PDR, intro to PDR through GPR, protractor close. Stinger,
Yes.
a lot.
So now you can get access to any and all of our courses, not the Success Academy, that's a program, but the courses. We opened up a subscription for just $47 a month. So if you've been on the fence about taking a class, you didn't want to invest the $444 in the master class, spend $47, check it out, see what you think. If you don't like it, cancel after a month. I won't be mad. Dylan might be mad, but I won't be mad.
I'm going to be big mad.
Yeah, so you
Big
gotta
mad.
watch her. She's not really that scary though.
Arr.
Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I will be back. We will be back next week. Hopefully my voice will be a little bit better. We'll probably do a show with Jean. So more to talk
So
about
exciting.
with Jean for next show. And of course, follow us on all social media at Auto Appearance Institute. We're trying to drop new stuff all the time. That's it. My voice is about done. Thanks so much for watching or listening or both or whatever you're doing. I will catch you on the next episode.
Bye.